Today I'm making lentil soup, and I'm getting ready to cut one package of celery, and it's approximately 10 to 12 stalks. And I'm just cutting the celery, and I'm going to be placing it in a stock pot. And then after I cut the celery, I'll be cutting up baby carrots, Vidalia onions, and I will be sauteing turkey Italian sausage, whilst I am making healthy lentil soup. So as you can see, I'm cutting the celery up, and it'll take about 3 or 4 minutes to cut the celery. So I'm getting ready to pause the video, and then as you can see, I've cut the celery into bite-sized pieces, and I'm adding the celery to the stock pot, and I'm just sliding it in off of my cutting board. And next, I'm going to be cutting the onions up. And again, I'm using Vidalia onions. And as you can see, I'm slicing onion for lentil soup. And I have approximately 8 Vidalia onions that I'll be using in my soup. And so I'm slicing the onions, and then I'm getting ready to dice the onions. And I'm going to be placing them in a stock pot after I have cut all of the onions. So I'm slicing my first onion right now and dicing it, and it's probably going to take a good 3 or 4 minutes for me to get finished with slicing and again dicing the onions. And I'm making healthy lentil soup with Italian turkey sausage. As you can see, I've cut and diced the onions for the lentil soup, and I am pushing them into the stock pot. Next, I'll be cutting baby carrots, and I'll then add them to the stock pot. As you can see, I'm cutting up baby carrots to put in my turkey lentil soup that I'm making. And I'm going to be using approximately 1 pound of baby carrots for the soup. And after I cut the carrots up, I'll be sauteing the Italian sausage. And you can either buy it ground or in the casing. And in the case that I've got right now, I'm going to be using the Italian sausage that's in a case. So each individual link is enclosed in a casing. So I have to take the casing off of the Italian sausage before I'm able to brown it. So I'm cutting the carrots up right now, and it will be approximately 2 to 3 minutes before the carrots are cut, and then I'll be placing the carrots in a stock pot. As you can see, I've cut approximately 1 pound of baby carrots, and I'm going to be transferring the carrots into my stock pot. And the carrots are rolling off, which I will not be using the ones that are rolling off onto the counter. And next, after the next step in making my lentil soup is I'm taking a turkey Italian sausage, and I am taking it out of the casing, and I'm just going to lay it on my cutting board after I do that. And I've got just a little bit over a pound of the turkey Italian sausage. And after I take the sausage out of the casing, I will be sauteing it until it's golden brown in olive oil. And I'm going to be doing that in a Teflon skillet that you can see right beside of the stove. There's approximately 5 links of sausage that I'll be using for this lentil soup. Alright, so now we have the sausage out of the casing. So I'm going to stop the video. Next, after I have taken the sausage out of its casing, I'm putting about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in my skillet, and I'm just going to make sure that the olive oil is evenly coating the bottom of the Teflon skillet. And now I'm breaking my sausage up into the skillet itself, and I'm getting ready to brown the Italian sausage. And after I brown the Italian sausage, I will be taking it out of the skillet and placing it into my stock pot. And it's probably going to take about a good 10 minutes to brown the sausage. So right now you can see that I'm just taking the sausage and pulling it apart into bite-sized pieces. Okay, and I'm getting ready to turn the stove onto medium. And I'm getting ready to start browning the sausage. So soon you'll start to hear the sausage browning because the skillet will be getting hot. As you can see, I'm browning the Italian sausage, and I'm tossing it in the skillet, starting to brown on one side. It's been cooking for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm just gently tossing it to try to get it browned evenly on both sides. And it's going to take about 10 minutes to make sure that it's nice and brown. And you don't really want to have it on a high setting because you don't want the Italian sausage to burn as it's cooking. And since lentil soup only takes about 20 minutes to actually cook, I'm going to make sure that I cook the sausage completely through, because it's not like the Italian sausage with other soups will be cooking within the stock. And for stock, I'm going to be pouring approximately 3 containers of chicken stock into the stock pot as the base of this soup. As you can see, I've browned the Italian sausage, and I'm going to be transferring the sausage into my stock pot. And it's got a nice brown color to it. And next, I will be adding rinsed dry lentils to the stock pot. And I'm moving the pan over to the sink. And next you'll see me putting the lentils into the stock pot. And again, the lentils have already been rinsed. And I'm getting ready to start pouring chicken stock in to the stock pot. And again, it only takes about 20 minutes for the lentils to actually cook, but because I have raw vegetables in the stock pot, such as carrots and celery and the Vidalia onions, I'll be making sure that the vegetables are completely cooked and tender. And after I pour the chicken stock in to the stock pot, I'll be adding garlic powder to taste, basil, and bay leaf, and salt and pepper. And I have one more container of chicken stock. And again, these containers are 1 pound, 10 ounce containers. And I'm going to slide my stock pot over to the burner that's on. Again, you can hear the chicken stock being poured into the stock pot. And next, I'll be adding garlic to taste. I like to use a lot of garlic. It gets the soup a nice flavor. And then I'm going to be adding basil. And this is probably about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to add about 6 dry bay leaves. And next I'm going to be using ground pepper. And last, I'll be using sea salt. And again, it's your preference to how much seasoning you would like to put in the lentil soup. And I'm going to be covering the soup, and I'm going to let it simmer for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and check it. But the lentil soup has a really beautiful appearance to it because you are looking into the soup and you're seeing carrots that are orange, the celery that's green, and then the onions are white. So it gives a nice appearance. So I'm putting the lid on the stock pot to cook for 20 minutes, and then I'm getting ready to check it to see how tender the vegetables are. The soup is now done, and I'm getting ready to put some in a bowl so you can see how pretty the soup is. There again, there's carrots, celery, onion, lentils, and Italian turkey sausage, which makes it a very healthy soup. I hope you enjoy. Thank you.